Did you know that 42% of Americans have less than $1,000 in savings? When I first graduated from college, I was struggling to budget, and it wasn't until I found the science-backed technique that I truly started to progress in my savings journey. And that technique, my friend, is to establish an emotional connection to the financial goal. It may sound silly, but research has actually shown that decision making related to money, such as a saving behavior, is heavily influenced by emotions, and they found that when people visualize their goals, they can see a 73% increase in savings after just 1 month. I've created a process that works for me, and I'm going to share that step by step action plan with you today. First, you want to get clear on your savings goal. Ask yourself questions like, what is money to me and why is money important to me? This step is really important because it will guide you to start making better financial decisions, and depending on your answer, it will also show how serious you are about achieving that goal. For me, coming up with the answer was really easy. I've always wanted to travel all over the world, so my goal was to be able to visit a new country every year. Your goal could be completely different than mine. Maybe you're trying to save money to purchase a new car, pay off your student loan debt, or maybe you're trying to achieve financial independence. Whatever that may be, when you set goals based on your values, it can bring an emotional element to the savings process and increase your motivation to take control of your finances. You can do this alone, but I encourage you to share your goal with a friend or a partner so you can monitor each other's progress and keep each other accountable. Once you figure out your savings goal, the next step is to put that thought into writing. You can write down this goal in a journal, or if you're someone like me who find it really difficult to take actions based on imaginary numbers, then I encourage you to put some images in a whiteboard or create your own vision board. The visual cues also helps me imagine what it would be like to achieve the goal. As I mentioned earlier, I want to travel all over the world, and on top of that list is Japan. I love Japan. I've always wanted to travel there. So on my vision board, I had pictures of temples and all of the amazing culinary experiences that I would get to try on my trip. If your goal is to pay off debt, maybe you can include a picture of a person who sleeps really well throughout the night. If you want to take this a step further, you can also create a graph to monitor your progress. There are plenty of apps and solutions out there, but I have created a spreadsheet for this purpose, and I'm going to share it in the link down below with you. Next, try to find some time to visualize your goals and imagine what your life would look like with more money in your hands. It sounds silly, but the idea of envisioning your goals has scientific backing. In a recent study performed by TD Ameritrade, researchers found that people who picture their achievement are more than twice as satisfied about their financial health as those who don't. Once you start to focus on your goals, your awareness sharpens. And if you know where you're heading, maybe you start doing things that will get you there. I was very surprised to find out that many successful people actually use this technique. Did you know that when Jim Carrey first started out his career, he used to drive to where all the biggest Hollywood stars live and imagined that he was also living there? At the same time, he wrote himself a check for $10 million and dated it 10 years in the future for acting services rendered. You can call this a coincidence, but 10 years later, he was casted in the movie Dumb and Dumber, and you can guess that he was paid $10 million for that role. That, my friend, is the power of visualization and manifesting your own goal. If you are the type of person who's not very disciplined, then I would consider automating your savings every month so you don't have to worry about it. This can be done either through your bank or your employer every time you receive a paycheck. I've set up my payroll so that it will automatically transfer 20% of my paycheck over to a high yield savings account every month. I set this up once and I forget about it. I don't spend this money because I know it serves a purpose, one that is highly rewarding and brings me a lot of joy. This plan is convenient for me because I wanted to steadily build my savings without having to monitor the progress. My savings accumulated over time, and I'm proud to say that I've been able to visit a new country every year since 2018. This year, I visited Japan for the first time and crossed it off of my bucket list. I had the most incredible trip in Japan, you guys, and I'm just so happy and proud of myself for being able to accomplish this goal. I'm sharing my story with you not to brag about where I've been, but to show you that the path to financial freedom is possible and that you can do it too. I hope you enjoyed my video and that it inspires you to do something. If you like my content and you want to learn more about personal finance, don't forget to check out my channel. Thank you guys and see y'all next time. Bye!